head returns as a reminder that I'm not out of the clear.
So Punktastic here with Citizen. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Have you had any experience of Reading Leeds before? Or is this your first time?
This is the first one. We have friends that have kind of told us how it goes.
What did they say?
Well, they said that on the last days, people riot and burn toilets. So we're not playing on Sunday, though. So we'll be out of here before the riots start.
So there's no plan to kind of turn up on Sunday on your free day and start burning stuff?
We fly back. So we don't even have a choice. I wish we could burn some stuff, but no, we'll be on a plane.
So, I mean, from people you've spoken to and sort of where you're from, does Reading and Leeds have a reputation of any sort? Like, is it a big deal to be playing?
Oh, yeah. Reading and Leeds is a festival that, I don't know, since I was a little kid, I knew what it was. It's just one of those, world-renowned festivals. I know Matt was talking about how bands he liked would have, like, DVDs from Reading and Leeds. And that's really crazy because, biggest festival we've ever played has been, like, Riot Fest in America, which is cool, but still pretty subculture, And I feel like Reading and Leeds really taps into, like, the mainstream, which is something that we're not really used to. So it's kind of cool to be experiencing that and to kind of have to relearn, basically play an entire new genre of show.
So does that change what you prepare or how you're going to play compared to a normal show? If you know that you're likely to get crowds in who aren't sort of Citizen fans already.
Yeah, our friend was telling us, he's like, you got to cut this song. They'll throw piss at you if you play that song. So let's just do these songs. So, we kind of got a briefing and I think we put together a set that's like pretty energetic and like if people had never heard of us before, then I think they'll like it. So
why would people throw piss at you? What was wrong with the songs you've had to cut that would make that happen?
Very quiet and very soft. And
so you're going with a heavier set?
Yeah, it's a little heavier, a little more energetic, upbeat. So
it's been a year since you released your last album, or over a year now. Have the songs changed? Has the way you play it changed in that time? Like, has it morphed into anything different for you?
Mm-hmm. Not really, actually. I feel like some songs that maybe weren't my favorite coming out of the studio or were my favorite coming out of the studio have kind of been switched just from the kind of vibe that they have live. But overall, I mean, it's really, I don't know, just kind of playing it as we wrote it. And I don't know. There's a few songs that I really loved coming out of the studio that we've never even played live.
What? Sort of just to keep the mystique, or just
yeah, there's certain songs that I feel like should just kind of left to be kind of cult favorites, and we don't want to.
So when you do a tour in like 20 years' time, you can whack them out as like fan surprises.
And there'll be like 10 people that know them. Yeah.
So I mean, what have you been doing since? You've done a lot of touring. Are you working on new material? Is there new material on the way?
Yeah, we're pretty deep into a new album. It's a ways off. We're not recording for a while, but we're writing, and everybody's super excited about it. It's, easily the best Citizen yet, which is cool because, it's a third record. I feel like that's an area that a lot of bands are like, third record, like what the fuck do we do here? You know what I mean? But everybody's super excited about it, and it sounds great. It's new. It feels refreshing. So yeah, it's cool.
How's it sort of comparing to your older material? I suppose is it a huge change or sort of just subtle?
It's new. It's definitely different. I don't think it's quite as maybe jarring as our last record. But it's new in a different kind of way. I feel like we're just kind of experimenting with different styles of playing and trying new things that we would have never tried before. And I guess now we just feel really confident in trying some of these things. So it's cool. Yeah.
So there's no chance of kind of new material at Reading. This is not the place to try that then?
Not the place to try it, from what I understand.
What you've been told, yeah?
Yeah, the record is too far. I wish we could play new songs because I love playing the new songs, especially. We actually don't even have our normal drummer here with us, so the fill-in doesn't even know the songs.
So that would be throwing them in a little bit of the deep end if you were going to...
He heard the demos like once, so I don't think he'd be able to nail it. So
How come your drummer's not here?
he's actually getting married in a couple of weeks, so he had to stay back in America for wedding rehearsal. And so we have Ben from the band Title Fight filling in on drums for us, which is cool. He actually tour manages us in the States, so it was kind of just easy, like, hey, will you do this? And he's like, yeah, sure. So
Excellent. Well, good luck with your set later. Not that you'll need it. And thanks for chatting to us. Cheers. Thanks.